Hi guys, this is Lexi. Welcome back to my channel! So sa mga di nakakilala sa akin, I am Lexi Comia. I make vlogs about psychology, my experience in senior high school, and hopefully medicine in the future. For today's entry, we're gonna talk about my third year psychology first semester subjects. Kasi dito sa BSU, pagpatak mo ng third year, you don't have minors anymore. You're gonna focus with the majors. Kasi yung mga minors, tinitake sila sa second year and first year. Since katatapos lang ng semester, sasabihin ko sa inyo ang aking 6 subjects. So yung 5 doon is required subjects sa psychology and the other one is a natural science elective. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. First is the abnormal psychology. So I can definitely say that this is one of my favorite subjects sa buong psychology course. Kasi dito mo malalaman lahat eh. As in lahat ng mental disorders, yung mga nakikita natin sa social media na ADHD, autism, antisocial personality disorder, bipolar disorder, nandito yun. These mental disorders are all written in the DSM-5 or what we call the Diagnostic Statistical Manual for Mental Disorders. So dito mo pag-aaralan yung symptoms, duration, frequency, and intensity ng sakit. And actually, I only have the PDF version kasi mahal niya eh. Ang kapal din nun. And alam naman natin na sa pagkapal, sa pagmahal. Pero nakakatuwa yung mga blockmates ko na bumili ng physical copy kasi kahit makapal yun, ang sarap niya daw designan. So may volume 1 kasi and volume 2. And nilalagyan nila yun ng tab. So yung papakita ko na lang yung picture na example. So ang ganda lang, di ba? Ang cute. Sobrang siya, nakaka-boost ng motivation for you to study psych more. Personally, sobrang fulfilling yung aralin kasi mas naging knowledgeable ako sa mental health and mas naging understanding din ako sa mga taong may mga mental illness. Psych is the clinical side of psychology, kaya naman sinasabi ng mga professors namin and lecturer na kapag mataas ka sa mga exams or quizzes sa psych, o kaya naman you love reading the DSM-5, maybe those were the signs na clinical ng OJT mo or internship kasi your strength and curiosity lies within the medical field. So actually, that's a good reference if nahihirapan ka pa mag-decide ng iyong OJT sa psychology. Fun fact, psych or normal psychology is a board subject. So kailangan mo talaga siyang aralin para recall na lang tayo pagdating ng board review. Kung ang clinical side ng psychology ay ang psych, then the office setting would be the IO. If into industrial field ka and sa tingin mo much better if nasa HR ka, then you will love this subject. Industrial means that you are finding the right person for the right job. Meanwhile, yung organizational naman is you develop a work culture, a good working environment for the personnel, and syempre nandito rin yung leadership and hierarchy sa business. Personally, napansin ko na ang dali ko na-gets yung mga topics dito like how the organization works, the process of recruiting, how to manage the complaints of the employees, and how to make the work environment better or tinatawag din na ergonomics and so much more. Kaya medyo nalilito pa rin ako if clinical or industrial yung kukunin kong OJT kasi IO Psych made me realize that I want to be part of a company setting din. Pero ano nga pang pinagkaiba ng aming subject na Industrial Organizational Psychology sa subject rin naming HRM? Actually, ang pagkakaintindi ko sa IO Psych, it's more on the research, the ideas, and the psychology in the business. Meanwhile, kapag naman HRM with labor relations, it's the application ng mga ideas na meron sa IO. Sa HRM kasi namin napagtuunan ng pansin yung different types of employees. Like, ano nga bang pinagkaiba ng regular, sa seasonal, at propi, mga work ethics, laws, and regulations na lahat ay related sa labor relations. As in, nakakaloka kasi kailangan pati yung specific days kung kailan sila holiday or day off, anong klaseng bayad ang kanila matatanggap sa araw na yon. Inaaral namin lahat yon. And actually, I think it's centered on the employee sa pagprotekta sa kanila in the workplace since with labor relations nga yung major ng HRM na tinitake namin. So, I think the major difference is that may psychology kasi sa industrial and organizational psych. Meanwhile, sa HRM is just centered centered sa ating mga empleyado, like yung rights nila. And masasabi rin natin na under ng IO ang HRM. Kasi ano bang ibig sabihin ng human resource management? Diba it's staffing and recruiting na major namin and highlight namin sa IO. Another fun fact, IO or Industrial Organizational Psychology is a board subject. Pero luckily, ang ating HRM ay hindi. Pero actually, kailangan pa rin siyang aralin kasi meron daw mga parts ng HRM na kinukuha at nilalagay sa IO section ng board exam. So, you need to aral-aral pa din. Social psychology. From the name itself, it's all about the social thinking, social influence, and social relations. So, marami pa rin kasing nalilito between sociology and social psychology. So, they may sound similar but totally different ang kanilang focus. Always remember na kapag social psychology, it's more of the individual, while the sociology naman, it's more on groups. And actually, ito ang pinakamabigat na pinagdaanan namin this semester kasi guys, dito na sa social psychology, yung mga social experiments and social research. Social psychology have lots of concepts about how people interact with one another. So, dito nyo mapag-aaralan yung bakit tayo merong intimacy and attraction, aggression, prejudice, social beliefs, conflict and peacemaking, and madami pang iba. If ang AbPsych is for clinical and the IO is for industrial, I think itong Soksay magsasabi sa'yo kung ikaw nga ba ay for educational na OJT. Kasi actually, I experienced na mag-discuss ng social experiment and mag-criticize ng mismong mga classmates ko. And at the same time, naranasan ko na parang ako yung panel na nanggigisa sa mga blockmates ko about sa kanilang social experiment. Masaya siya kasi dito mo makikita yung growth mo as a researcher, kung gaano ka detail-oriented, kung ano pa yung pwede mong i-improve sa sarili mo. And syempre, kung meron ka ba talagang may aambag sa psychology field. Wala na akong masyadong maalala sa mga social experiments na kaklase ko, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say yung aming social experiment. Pero ang mapapayo ko lang sa inyo, kapag kayo ang gumawa ng social experiment, is you have to be clear with your main idea. As much as possible is isa or dalawa lang yung variables nyo. Kasi sa pagdami, sa paggulo, na to the point na nasasapawan na ng mga extra variables yung main character nyo. Also, you have to ask yourselves kung ano nga bang significance ng inyong experiment. Kasi minsan nakakalimutan na rin siyang itanong eh. So, make sure na meron pa ring value sa academic world or like sa real world ang inyong experiment. Moving on to my natural science elective. So, kung nung second year, meron akong fundamentals of biology, well, ngayong third year, meron naman akong fundamentals of chemistry. And nahahati rin siya sa dalawa. I have the lecture and the laboratory. Same lang ng tinatakal sa lab and lecture, pero syempre, we do the applications of the concepts sa laboratory. And out of all my subjects this semester, ito talaga ang pinaka-hate ko, guys. May math kasi siya. I have to do computations here. Dito na kasi yung mga electron configuration, nomenclature ng elements and compounds, and even the combustions, kasi mga chemical reactions, kanya paano sila nangyayari. Tapos may stoichiometry pa, talagang nakaka-nosebleed dati ko. As a math hater, saludo talaga ako sa mga nag-aaral and nagme-major sa chemistry kasi ang hirap niya talaga. As in, nakaka-nosebleed siya. And ikaw, if gusto mo mag-BS Psychology at isa kang STEM student, sobrang congrats sa'yo, ate ko. Kasi naman, ang alam ko, nag-aaral na agad kayo ng chemistry. So, bali pagdating mo dito, recall ka na lang, di ba? If you're interested in psychology, pero hindi ka pa talaga ganun ka-sure kung iti-take mo siya, well, I have the right video for you. Tada! Diyan ko lang naman sinabi ang aking 5 reasons on why psychology may be or may not be for you. So, I hope that you will watch that video. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video. Bye!